Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Well, as you can see, I'm in a bit of thought at the moment. I've been stood here, contemplating things of how I want to do, our Scrapyard project, which isn't rusty no more, thank God. And we're into the enjoyable things, but it's now trying to get the ideas out of here, which is hard work because there's not an awful lot in there anyway, and into the vehicle. As you see in the last episode, we blanked off door handles and blanked off rear window and smoothed that area off. It's all just rough at the moment, none of it's finished off. I'm trying to get everything basically to shape before I go around the whole vehicle and block the whole vehicle out, do little imperfections and stuff like that and get it perfect. But what I've been sat here contemplating is, the ideas I had were to blank out the rear windows, but I know can't make my mind up if I'm going to or not. It's a tricky one because once I do it, it's game over. I'd have to find new doors again to do it. And I don't know whether I want to blank out those windows or not. As I've got the windows as well, it's not as though I'm buying windows. And if I'm going to do it, it will be completely smooth, just like the back ones. So all you see is the two lines both ends. But as I said, I honestly do not know whether I want to do that or not. It's a tricky one. You guys let me know in the comments down below whether I'm going to do it or not. It'd give a nice smooth clean look and completely different, but is that the right look for this van? I know I 100% wanted the back window blanked off. That is, well, 100% that's exactly how I wanted that. The side windows I do want them blanked off, but at the same time I'm now thinking I don't. And you can now see the dilemma I'm in. So I'm going to leave them rear windows for now. I'm going to get cracking with some other bits. I want to go through this door, make sure we've got nothing that's dent-wise or anything else. A few little holes to weld up, which is where the original fixings would be for, like that's the buffer and that's the hinge cover. I don't like the hinge covers, so I'm not going to put the hinge covers on it. I don't like the hinges either, but I haven't got no choice in that matter. They've got to stay there, so I've got no choice but to do that. So we're going to get on with those bits and gradually work our way around the vehicle. And I'm hoping in this episode, this side will be completely ready for the final block out and the rest of it. I can't make my mind whether I'm going to blank the front door handles off or not. I'm thinking I will. But we'll see by the end of this episode whether they're there or not. So I'm going to stop waffling. I'm going to get on and crack on with work. Because I've been stood here for the last hour contemplating things. And it's not getting nothing done. So let's get on with the episode. Let's get these all welded up and stuff. I'm not needing to put nothing behind it because the holes are that small. So I'll build it up gently a bit, okay? Just need to make sure the paint's out of it, so we're just gonna... Now we know there's no paint inside, so we know should be able to weld to that. So let's get tacking some welds in. I've got my airline with me, so basically tack, blow it, keep cooling down. Hopefully that there earth will work. Obviously not. Never mind. Or not. Let's actually put my welding mask on, I suppose. So if you keep shutting my eyes, I might see what I'm doing better. I've got a ton of gravel in my shoe, girl on my shoulder, the idea. I'm going to smoke these out. I'll put you on time lapse, so I'll be back.
I've been a real bad boy on the town all night. Starting to calm down with the morning light. I'm in the dirt, down in the dirt. Been real bad.
Well, there's those ones. Bit time consuming, but all nicely welded up. Can't even see the way in there anymore. Time for a bit of skimming with filler and a bit of blocking. Yeah, good fun. I like this, but this is a bit I actually enjoy doing, is skimming, blocking. It's just, I find it therapeutic of just sanding away in your own world. And it's a dying art. It's an art in itself to get things right, because you use your fingers to actually feel how things are and stuff. And yeah, I enjoy it, to be honest with you. Right, let's get skimming some filler on them. Give it a good block out. It's all keyed up, ready to go, so I haven't got to worry about keying it up. So yeah, let me get that on a go. No, I just got to let that all go off, cure fully, and I mean fully, and then I can start blocking it out and taking some shape. Right, so as you've seen, I've just gave all that quick rub down. That's the last little skim of filler that hopefully should be on there, which pretty much will disappear again. It's just a case of blocking all that, but once I've blocked all that, that's then shape and it's ready for primer. But we're going to go over the whole door and make sure the whole door is completely flat in the process before I even attempt to do anything more on that bit. So I'm gradually getting there. Well, as you would have seen in that time lapse of when I was blocking everything out, the whole thing went black, which is basically a dry guide coat, which highlights little bits like these, where it just needs a little bit of stopper and filler in it. So I'm going to put some in there, finish those bits off, and then I'll show you when it's done. Alright, so instead of me getting that in primer, I decided I was going to spend a few hours trying to get everything to line up and make sure everything's 100% perfect. I've just spent about 5 or 6 hours trying to line this side up, and I've had an absolute sodding nightmare. I've been blaming myself, but it isn't me, as it transpires. That door's in completely not the right place. I got the wing sort of right, but I couldn't get the wing to actually line up at all. And it transpires this wing's well out of shape. That's all flat in here where it should be curved. The top edge is bent. The actual return, which is underneath there, all that little edge there, that's all bent. So I'm glad I've gone to the extent of what I've just done, because that wing, yeah, I need a new one. So hopefully either this episode or another episode, I'll be going heading off and grabbing a wing as well as some other bits. Just one thing I haven't got lying around, this passenger wings. I've got driver's ones, so it's not passenger. But there's the nice shiny front panel that we've already painted. I'm just going to be a little bit careful with that now. But that's in there, just trying to get everything all mocked up and stuff. But we can see on the other side, wing fits absolutely perfect and stuff. But as I said, I 100% know that wing on the passenger side is completely nutty screwed. But I just wanted to make sure in my head that everything fitted after the amount of work that we've done. And the amount of work we've done is pretty much right, which was what I was thinking it would be. But I'm glad as I said, I'm glad I've done that, because that wing is fit for the scrap pile where it should bloody belong. Obviously where this thing's been bodged over its life, and it's just another one of them things. We'll get another wing, we'll put them on there, get that to line up and get that right. So now I'm going to get back onto the back door. I worked out that I can't get this in primer yet, because down here we've got a little bit out of shape, so I need to get a bit of blocking done on that. Once I've got a bit of blocking done on the bottom part of that, I can then start shooting some primer over that and get that door actually in, as I call, first stage, primed, ready to do the rest of the work on it. Well, I say the rest of the work, ready to like guide coat, block out, blah, 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 blah. Do whatever finishing off little shaping bits I need to do. But as I said, I like to do one stage at a time, and that's my first stage done there. And then we can go from there after that. So I'm going to carry on blocking that out a minute. You'll probably see, the next thing you'll probably see is me shooting a bit of primer on it. Alright, that's all now been blocked out all the way down. In the initial stage, I think I blocked it to 180. Perfect for high build primer. Let's get some high build primer on, shall we? Alright, well that's coat one on there. I'll let that flash off. Get two more very, very heavy coats on that, and that'll be ready to just leave and let it settle, go off, do whatever you want to call it, before I can then block it later on down the line.
2 hours later.
There we go, nice 3 heavy coats of primer on there. As you can start to see now, I've got all the lines absolutely lovely all the way up there. You can see the lines going across the body, absolutely crisp and lovely. And as you can see down the side of the panels, which I don't know if you're going to see because it's not shiny, but there's no deviations at all because I used long block and blocked it all out and stuff. So that's that lot done. I need to let that go off overnight. Then I'll come in and I suppose I can work onto the bit where I let the panel in just down into that little bit there to sort that out nicely. But well, as you can also see, where's all the holes gone? Nowhere to be seen. And the ones that were in the middle of the door, they're gone as well. So yeah, I suppose come in tomorrow, get on with those bits. That is if I don't go for an early morning drive. Your guys will find out in, well, a few seconds, I guess. But one way or another, I'm either getting on with that first in this video, or I'm going for a drive. One way or another. Let's see what you guys will find out as in.
We stood close in the glittering lights. Shoreditch past all the neon signs. We both been waiting for this all night. Sure, I've been waiting for you to tell me.
Right, now we're letting those bits of filler off, which is basically where the joins of the panels are, and I just need to skim them, make them 100% perfect. As I've said before, I'm trying to get this absolutely bang on perfect as I can. Everything's got to be straight, everything's got to look right. And on that, there's one little thing that's been really annoying me. We blanked off the window. That was perfectly fine. I'm happy with that. I've got to do a little bit of finishing off of like shaping a bit. That's neither here or there. But you can see I've put a black line on there. The reason why that is, all of these panels go round, curve off to nothing, curve off to nothing. The one at the bottom, which is similar sort of line, goes along, curves off to nothing here. It's nothing finishes like on the edge of this panel, apart from the top of this one. Goes round and finishes off here. It really bugs me because I stand from behind, it just does not look right. I know on camera it's not going to be, let's see if I can zoom in a bit more. It's hard to see now I put that line on it, but you can see what I mean. If we go to there, those panels are like that, and that one as you go up just doesn't finish off right. And as I'm building it and I want it to be right, it is one of them. I have just messed around and just taped off that line, which does finish off, but there's no other line that kind of goes along there, so I'm kind of defeating the object again there. So what idea I have had is how that one is at the bottom down there, how that curves off there. I'm wondering whether I can do the same up there and see what it'll actually look like. So I'm going to put a very, very temporary one at the moment. I mean, this is very temporary, it's not going to stay like it. I'm going to blob some filler in there, get a rough shape, same as what on the bottom is, and just see what it looks like. If it doesn't look right, I can just sand it back out again, I'm not worried. And if it looks right, I then start making it out of metal, and I get that bit right. It's all part of the good old customising of vehicles life, I guess. It's, as you're doing something don't look right, you modify it and make it look how you want it. It might not be right to everybody, but to the person who builds it, that's how you want it. So I'm going to have a fiddle around with that bit up there and see if I can get some sort of shape to look right on it, and yeah, see what it actually looks like. I'm going to mix another blob of filler up, waz it in there, and do a little bit of shaping and see what it looks like. Right, that's like that bit of blob of filler in it. It's massively too high. I've deliberately done it just so I'm going to sand it off. I'm only going to use a DA to whiz that off, so it'll be quick. And as I'm only doing temporary, I just want to see what it looks like before I dig it all out and put metal back up there. So let's let that go off.
2 hours later.
Right, so after a bit of sanding and just messing around, you can now see what I'm trying to achieve. You can see it's not perfect. I don't want it perfect, so I'm going to dig all this out and do it in metal anyway. But you can see now from behind, the bottom now goes up and it's just smooth. And from the side, if you look at the bottom line, the very, very bottom one down there, it sort of matches what that one is there. So I think that gives it a lot better a look than what it does on this side. Because if you look at this side, without me tripping over the wire, it goes up and it's just why does it go there? I don't think it looks right. Where that looks a lot cleaner and looks tidier. So I'm quite happy with how that looks. I'm trying to not trip over the wire again. It kind of looks a lot nicer, a lot cleaner, and I think it gives the proportion of how the van looks better on the side, and it looks like it's actually got some thought into it. So I'm quite happy with how that looks. I'm going to end up digging that back out and making it out of metal. So yeah, that's another little mod that I think looks better on the vehicle. I'll tell you what, guys, I'm just in the process of just doing this bit down here and getting that all blocked out ready, which I'm just sparing you from that because it's just block sanding, block sanding and block sanding. I've just noticed something. Where I've done that bit, I've now made that look right. As I said, it's got to be dug out and done properly. But there's one other line which really is starting to annoy me. These lines, finish, 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 finish. That line finishes. Where's that finish? It doesn't carry on, does it? To sort that out, that's actually recessed in. But what I'm wondering, and this is why I hate being me, because I spot something and then really annoy me to do something about it. I'm wondering whether, as of that line there, if I put this little grinder mark with a slitting disc into it, not go through the metal, just a tiny little line into it, it might give the impression that that line is there and get it to finish off roughly in the same place as where that one is. So I'm going to give it a go. The worst I've got to do is weld it back up and just mess around with it, which I'm not bothered. So I'm just going to put a tiny little line in there and see what it looks like. If it looks right, it's staying. But yeah, it's just one of those. Nothing kind of finishes off at the top, because now I've done that top bit, that bit's standing out like mad. So yeah, I've got to do it.
There's no denying what we want. There's no denying what we want. Playing games, no. There's no denying what we want. There's no denying what we want. Playing games, no. There's no denying what we want. There's no denying what we want. Playing games, no. There's no denying what we want.
Alright, well, I've just done that, and now as you can see, it's hard to see in the light, but now you can see we've got the line that carries on, finishes in roughly the same place. I think that'll work. I think that will actually work. I might need to make it just a little bit tiny bit wider, but I honestly think that will work. So that gives the idea of that, and from there, as you can see, zoom in so you can mark out where it is, and as you work out, line carries on. So I think that works. So I might let fiddle around with that a bit more, but that's another one of those that I think works, and there's another one that now finished off a line. I'm giving myself all this flipping extra work because I've got to do all this again on the outside. I'm just an idiot at times, aren't I, really? But it's got to be right, it's got to be right, and I'm building it to my standards, so if I see something and I don't like it, I will do something about it. Alright, let me get back on with the sanding I was doing, and then we can hopefully start shooting a bit of a 2K primer on some of these bits and get this video wrapped up, I guess.
Front row kicking back old school tracks like damn. Can't get enough of this more like I don't even know where I am. Ooh baby, get hyped to the beat, let's go, cause this is our jam. This is our jam. Let me break it down right quick for my haters, my dictators and bad raiders. Since you never seem to get it right no more, then right no more. Kick back your feet and watch your back from perpetrators. My game's strong in my Range Rover. Got the blackjack jewels and my racks off the roof, and you see the SUV rolling up next to me, old enough to take you over Sesame. Remember, back when I was a kid, all I did was stroll back from the Colo to South Bridge. My mama told me do no entiendo. All I ever heard was noise over my Nintendo. But when you get the chance to go up in this life, make sure that you take it, never ever think twice, yeah. And if you wanna get higher, pick up the mic and get to rapping, cause you're never getting tired. Yeah. row, kicking back old school tracks like damn. Can't get enough of this more like I don't even know where I am. Ooh, baby, get hyped to the beat, let's go, cause this is our jam. This is our jam. Oh, yeah. In the front row, kicking back old school tracks like damn. Can't get enough of this more like I don't even know where I am. Ooh, baby, get hyped to the beat, let's zone, cause this is our jam. This is our jam. When I reminisce over you, my lordy, rest to make way for my newfound shorty. Checking the mic for ligaments while I reckon. Same time came out the womb while recording. All I ever did was make jokes out of suckers. Told them about the life that I live, mad ruckus. But if you never seen a grown man rock jewelry like me, jealous if it coming over you, then you bite me. All these other people, they be coolin' just like me. Talking about the homies and unusually right beat. Yeah, my crew is off the roof, and I told her not to brag about the crew, even though it's new. Even though it's new.
Right, there you go guys, that side is now first stage completed. As I keep saying, first stage because I always do it to this standard, and then I go back round again when I've done a whole van and go around and get every single tiny little imperfection. Then afterwards I just want to get it done to one stage. I find once I've got the primer on it, it's easier to see the little imperfections, and once you dry coat it and block it all out, you will find every single tiny imperfection and you can sort it out then. Problem is, if only I knew everything I've just done and spent all that time doing, I'm about to destroy. So the best thing you guys can do is subscribe to the channel to get notified when the next episode comes live, because that's when you're going to find out what I mean by what I just said. And yeah, it's going to be a big one, that's for certain. So until the next one guys, hope you're all staying safe, and yeah, peace out, have a good day.